Shimano 12-speed Di2. I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. I wanted to kind of have the product in hand before I actually got to speak on it. But it seems to me that it looks just the same as Ultegra and Dura-Ace anyways, so I pretty much should already know the gist of it. We'll go over prices, we'll go over weights of what I think it'll be. Also, we're going to talk about Shimano taking away the 105 People's Group Set, which seems to me that because I work in the industry and I see this more and more, I don't think you guys understand that Shimano 105 mechanical has not really been the People's Group Set for that long anymore. And I'll get into that in a second, but the price point for Shimano 105 carbon fiber road bikes is pushing $3,000. And there's no way that whenever I get a lot of people come in and say, hey, my friend, I'm really looking to get into road cycling. My friend said, come on in here and I need a carbon fiber road bike. I need 105 group set on there. I'm like, sir, yeah, that's pushing around $3,000 to $3,500, no matter what manufacturer you're looking at. They go, oh, I don't want to spend that much money. Okay, well, let's start looking at the Claris. Let's start looking at the Sora. Let's start looking at the Tiagra. And over the years, those group sets, Claris and Sora, but Tiagra has come a really long way. You're seeing a 2x10 group set on there, and I think Tiagra, I'm hoping so, is going to move up to an 11 speed and take over that 105 People's Choice group set, because the Shimano Tiagra, they made the cable housings internal into it. They shift really smooth. It's come a long way, and I think it has it has a strong capability of taking and filling the void of that 105 mechanical. But in today's video, we're going to talk about, like I said, price point of this 105 Di2, how excited am I about this, and everything else like that. So let's get into it. So this is the new Shimano 105 Di2 debut. If you guys did not know, the retail for this full group set, okay, this is a full electronic group set, so that's cool. It's bringing an electronic group set down a tier, so that's making it more affordable for everyday consumers. But it costs around $2,107. And this is me doing the prices for everything. This is you buying cassette, chain, crank, front derailleur, rear derailleur, shifters, brake, disc brakes, two Di2 cables, a charger, a battery, a bottom bracket. Everything you need to put on your bicycle. So that is a price of $2,100. As you guys can see right here, just above it, the Ultegra Di2 12-speed group set retails for $2,800. Exact same setup. They use the same Di2 wires. They use the same battery on there. They use the same charger. That's everything you'll need for there. There's not that big of a discrepancy there. I mean, it's literally $700. And then it almost seems to be like, I don't get what Shimano's doing. Don't get me wrong. Shimano 105 Di2 is going to be a great group set. I'm sure people are going to love it. But I got a feeling it's going to feel and perform just the same as an Ultegra group set, which people are complaining is the same thing as the Ultegra versus Dura-Ace group set, with just minimal weight differences. And it seems that SRAM did the same thing as well. And it just honestly seems that these bicycle companies or these manufacturers of components have just gotten lazy. Back in the day when they used to release a 105, an Ultegra Di2, Dura-Ace, they used to have different hood shapes, different derailleur looks, different cassette looks. Like if you bought Dura-Ace, you felt like a premium Dura-Ace Di2. You had the smaller shifter hoods. You had the sharp angled rear mechs. Everything looked shiny. It just looked premium. And then you had the Ultegra, which looked duller. And then the 105 had these massive hoods on there that looked like, an entry-level group set. Now you're getting these things that literally the only thing changes is the price and the weight. But in terms of that, the battery's the same, the motor is the same, the firmware, the software is the same. The only thing that changes really is just the hardware. But it's between the 105 and Ultegra, small amount of money. But between the Ultegra to Dura-Ace, Ultegra price point is $2,800. The Dura-Ace price point I think is like $4,500 for a power meter crank, which is crazy. And it's marginal weight differences. I have the Ultegra Di2 on my bike. I didn't go for the Dura-Ace because, one, I'm not rich. If I did have a limited amount of money, I want the Dura-Ace. But there's no point to it. I think you can even get away with running an S-Works frame with a 105 Di2. I think you run like what Trek is doing. Trek is now speccing the new Trek Madone bike, their top line aero bike. They're speccing it with a 105 Di2 on there for like $8,000, which I'm sure is going to perform great. You're going to get the same battery life out there. You're going to get the same shift precision. You're going to get the same hood feel as a premium Dura-Ace for half the price. I mean, the Dura-Ace bike will probably retail for $14,000. So I got to say to these companies, I mean, one, I don't run and own a successful business like Shimano or SRAM, but it seems like these people are just kind of getting lazy and then rinse and repeat. You add a gear, you make everything look the same. Just put different nuts and bolts in there. Whereas before, they would give each little group set back in the day, like 3 or 4 years ago, or even 5 years ago, their own little niches. Like the 105 had this, or the Ultegra was known to do this, or the Ultegra mechanical was different from the Ultegra Di2 for the feel or the look of the shifter hoods. Small things like that. And it kind of bums me out to see that, but it is what it is. I mean, this price point of this group set is great for the consumer because of the fact that it is pretty cheap for a full 12-speed group set. A lot of people are going to disagree with me in that matter, but it was just almost 6 years ago that there was no electronic group sets on any bikes. And if there were electronic group sets, it was only premium bikes for $13,000. So now you should see some group sets or some bikes out there for $5,000 with Ultegra Di2, or I'm sorry, with 105 Di2. So it is pretty nice. But what I was getting to before with the 105 being the people's group, I'm going to give you guys some examples, okay? And you tell me what you guys see. We have here a Tarmac SL6 Sport with Shimano 105 on here with just aluminum wheels. $3,500. You tell me what friend you're going to say, hey, you should get into cycling. But make sure when you get into cycling, you need at least a carbon fiber frame and at least Shimano 105. Don't compromise. That's what you're going to need. You tell me what guy's going to be like, okay, I got $3,500 to spend. No, he's starting something new. He probably doesn't want to break the bank. So $3,500. Okay, let's shop around. Trek Amanda SL5. This has a 105 Di2 group set, carbon fiber entry-level frame, $3,250. Their aluminum version of this bike with a 105 on it, $2,300. I don't see the 105 being a people's group set. The Canyon bikes, like I was mentioning, which is the Canyon, is considered the people's bikes as well because this is a cheaper model. This is a pretty good deal, I'm not going to lie. But the Ultimate CF, this is a $2,900 group with Ultegra. I don't know why they don't put a 105 groups on there, but maybe they think that that's not their customer. But again, we don't see any 105 here. We have mechanical Ultegra. I was looking at Scott to see if they had any differences. This is a $3,000 full carbon fiber bike with 105 mechanical on there. We go to Cannondale. I was trying to see if there's anything cheaper. $3,200 for a carbon fiber bike with 105 on it. So, like I said, I don't know if it was because of the fact that me being in a bike shop and me having these consumers come in daily and say, hey, I'm looking for a 105 carbon fiber bike, and me saying it's $3,500. I'm used to it. Now, I sell more between this bike with the 105 on there for $3,500 to an entry-level customer. I sell more of these bikes. This is the same spec bike. There's nothing different between these two bikes except for components, okay? This is the Tarmac SL6 base model, okay? Same wheels, same frame, same everything. The only thing that changes is the Tiago group set, $27. So you're knocking off almost pretty much $800. You're knocking off almost $1,000 difference there. I think Shimano Tiago is going to be the new people's group set. I think they're going to move this up to a full 11-speed group set on here. And I think they'll make it a 2x11 mechanical group set. They'll probably knock down these shifter hoods a little bit more, make them sleeker. And I think that'll fill the void of it. But it's been a very long time since I've heard Shimano 105 be the people's group set. They just have to make this Tiago a little bit more crisper, and I think it'll be nice. Even in the LA category, if you were saying, okay, well, if I really want to sacrifice a carbon frame for entry-level group set, for an entry-level rider, and I want to just get a nice group set on there, you would still have to drop $1,400 to get an aluminum frame with a carbon fork with 105, which actually, in today's market, this isn't a bad deal if you want to start off on there. But I would tell the consumer, save your money on the group set, spend more money on the carbon frame. I know it's $1,000 more, but this ain't a bad bike right here for the money. But yeah, that was my rant about that. I don't think Shimano is going to make a 105. I don't think Shimano's going to bring back a 105 mechanical. There's no need to it. They have literally 3 other group sets underneath it, the Claris, the Sora, and the Tiagra, all probably waiting to have trickle down technology to bring those up to it and really get those into a little bit higher end stuff. And I got a feeling that it doesn't even make sense to have 105 Ultegra and Durace, really. I mean, you should literally just make maybe like a 105 and Durace, because of the fact that I feel like there's just such a big, all three of those group sets are the exact same group set. There's nothing difference between there except for just a little bit of weight. And it doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I think Shimano should really just make that group set for that much money. I thought the 105 group set for sure, if 105 Di2 made this and was like $1,600, $1,700 to rival SRAM rival, hands down, way better. But yeah, I don't know. That's my take on it. I haven't had the group set in my hands yet, but I've talked to my Shimano rep. I've talked to the people at Shimano. It is literally the exact same charging way, the exact same derailleurs. Everything's exact same. The shifter hood feels, you're literally getting no compromises by getting this group set. So it's a phenomenal deal. But I think they're shooting themselves in the foot for pricing it so close to Ultegra Di2. I know a lot of people are either going to go for this one just to save the money, or I don't know. It's a really weird price point, because these group sets are coming on bikes that are. Let me give you an example. These group sets are coming on Madones that are $8,000, which is stupid cheap. And then, so yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Watch this. Just to give you guys an example. Sorry. Madone SLR 6 Gen 7 105 Di2, $8,000. For literally $1,050 more, you're just getting Ultegra Di2 on here. That literally looks like it's it. Maybe different wheels. I don't know the whole line, but only $1,000 difference. Like, what's the point of that price point? Like, you know, like either someone's gonna have $8,000 and be like, I might as well just get the Ultegra. It's really weird. This bike should be $699, somewhere around there. That's my take on it. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think 105 is still the people's group set? Do you think that I think the Tiagra is gonna move up and take that fill that void? But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.